Evaluating and comparing website proposals can really be a pain, especially when they're all formatted differently. It's a lot easier when you have a template and several good questions. Here are 12 questions that will help you a lot. Now, I also have an interactive PDF template that you can use to organize and compare your notes. Here's question number 1. What are the merits and the weaknesses of the proposed platform? Well, I like to divide web platforms into 3 basic categories. First, you have static HTML sites, and then you have open source content management system platforms like WordPress or Joomla. Then you have proprietary content management system sites like Adobe's Business Catalyst. Ask good questions during the interview process and make notes that will be useful for the proposal review. Here's question 2. How many web pages are covered in the proposal? One proposal might cover the entire content of your current site, while another might only cover a home page and 5 inner pages. Here's question 3. Who will write the new content? Even if your web person is highly capable, don't assume they're going to write the new content for you. Clarify this point so you don't end up with an extra bill you didn't expect. Here's question 4. Who will optimize the pages for SEO? Now, you might be buying a platform that's capable of being optimized, but that's not the same as the work actually being done. On-page optimization is less important than it used to be, but there are some pieces that still matter to SEO professionals. It will help you to understand exactly what's being quoted. Here's question number 5. What are the hosting costs? Now, this is easily compared between proposals. Do not, however, assume that they will be the same. Monthly charges for hosting can vary greatly from one provider to another. And don't forget to ask about redundancy and how your site will be treated in that respect. Here's question number 6. How many users are covered with the hosting package? Building and launching a website is just the beginning. Managing and editing your site is an ongoing effort that may require several people. Many of my clients prefer to have somebody else make simple updates. They want to stay focused on their core business activities. There are several aspects to a website that frequently need to be managed with different levels of permission. Now, some people might need access to make simple page edits, but it may not be appropriate for them to see or edit sensitive information. Consider the number of people who might need access and their appropriate permission levels when assessing your hosting needs. Here's question number 7. What kind of support can I expect? Well, it might be hard to quantify this aspect, but get a general description of what can be expected before choosing your web developer. Here's question number 8. How will the site display on different mobile devices? Before asking this question, you have to have an idea of how the mobile experience fits in with your marketing plans. Modern websites now display better on smartphones, but you might need a more finely tuned mobile site. What do you want users to see on mobile and with how much effort? What actions do you want them to easily take? In my opinion, the best way to approach this is to have a site built with responsive design so it can be viewed on any device or any orientation. Here's question number 9. What automation will there be with respect to collecting email addresses? Make sure your site will automatically load email addresses into a list that's connected with your email service provider. You should also get an alert when someone subscribes. Here's question 10. What happens if the web developer disappears or discontinues web support services? You need to know that your website hosting package and support won't suffer or just be eliminated if your web provider ceases to exist. There needs to be some kind of a backup plan. Here's question number 11. What pieces can be easily bolted on? Here's what I mean. It may be that there are things that you want your site to do that you just can't afford yet. Make a prioritized list of things that you need your site to be able to do in the future, and make sure that each of those things can be added at a later date without a major overhaul. Here's question number 12, and I want you to pay close attention to this one. Consider the who. Good questions do make it easier to review and compare web development proposals, and it's important to quantify the differences between prospective vendors. But once you've considered those differences and similarities, I want to ask you to think about something else. Price is not the only factor. The people you work with make a big difference. Pay attention to the chemistry and communication habits of the people you've interviewed. There's a great deal of value in a quality relationship that contributes to your success. Remember, it's not just about the what, it's also about the who. Now, in addition to these questions, like I said, I also have a template that will help you. You can print it out, you can save it, you can even email it to me. So I hope that helps you. This is Steve Smart, the Marketing Guy.